Distinguished guests, members of the faculty and staff, family and friends of the graduates, and members of the graduating classes of 2020 and 2021. On behalf of our esteemed faculty and staff, I welcome you to the Berkeley Haas Evening and Weekend MBA Commencement Ceremony. I'm Ann Harrison, Dean of the Haas School. It's my duty and great pleasure to officiate at today's ceremony. To our evening and weekend MBA graduates of the classes of 2020 and 2021, I welcome you to this wonderful hall that provides a stage only for the most accomplished and celebrated minds from all over the world, people like yourselves. I congratulate you on your remarkable achievement. You have completed your Master of Business Administration at one of the best business schools in the world, and we are incredibly proud of you. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the spouses, the significant others, children, extended family members, and friends who supported our graduates during what I imagine were the most challenging years of their lives. This is your graduation too. Give yourselves a round of applause. When you joined Berkeley Haas, you joined a world-class institution at the epicenter of innovation. You were already accomplished professionals before coming to Haas, but you decided to invest in yourselves to become indispensable business leaders. You did all this while balancing your careers, your family responsibilities, and your personal lives. And suddenly, your world was upended. The global pandemic disrupted your MBA experience in the middle of your program, and classes shifted from in-person to remote instruction. In addition to grappling with this abrupt change at Haas, you had to navigate through unexpected challenges. Among them were homeschooling children, caring for loved ones, and making really tough business decisions. I know that this was not the experience you had expected. It's not what we wanted for you either. Yet, in spite of these extraordinary challenges, you soldiered on. You all embodied Haas-defining leadership principles, the ethos that anchors and binds us, and I could not be more proud. As a mother myself of 2 young women, as a professor, and as a dean, I know firsthand what a huge emotional toll the pandemic has imposed on you, our students. We get it. We saw the heartbreak on your faces, even on Zoom. We all missed seeing you in person, getting to know you. We all missed out on a lot of things over the last 2 years. But let me assure you, what lies ahead of you is not diminished in any way. You have graduated with a degree in business from the #1 public university in the world. What you have learned will open new opportunities to you, whether you move up at your firm, start with a new employer, or create your own company. What you make of these tremendous opportunities is up to you. But remember, you're not alone. Look around at the wonderful classmates sitting next to you. They are your friends for life. You have joined a dynamic alumni network of over 40,000 Haas graduate and over 500,000 Berkeley alumni around the world. They will open doors for you if you just reach out. So lean on your Haas community and contribute to it. Come to reunion. Your first opportunity will be April 29th, 2022. Answer calls from prospective and current students who need your advice. Lastly, hire Haas. The more you connect, the stronger the network becomes. One of the great traditions at the Haas School is the selection of our commencement speaker. Each year, we call upon an individual of uncommon distinction to address the MBA graduating classes, someone who personifies our defining leadership principles. This year, we are delighted that the Berkeley Haas MBA commencement speaker is such a leader, an amazing woman. Leila Turoff is an outstanding and authentic leader, someone who truly knows and appreciates talent. She was a founding member of Walmart.com, where she added 250 employees to the team in 1 year. She managed HR for Pete's Coffee and Tea as it redefined its values as a national brand. Today, she is Chief People Officer at Allbirds in San Francisco. So please join me in welcoming your fellow alum, Leila Turoff.
Put on my eyes. Thank you so much for a kind and generous introduction and for the opportunity to speak to the classes of 2020 and 2021, your families, your friends, and your loved ones. It's an incredible honor to return to my alma mater as your commencement speaker, and it's a true privilege to personally congratulate all of you on earning your MBA from Haas. And I'd like to pause just for a minute and appreciate how seriously fortunate we all are to be here today and to be associated with this world-renowned institution. A Haas degree is an instant signal to employers and colleagues that you bring the value of a business school education that is both classic and modern. They'll know you're equipped with a deep understanding of all the critical components of running a business. They'll know that you can talk long-range plans and marketing mix, that you can generate a SWOT analysis and create pro formas. This is what you've gained through your hard work here. And I suspect classes 2020 and 2021, in particular, you've gained even more than the typical cohort of high-achieving Haas graduates. The skills and knowledge I've described are a long-standing tradition of Haas. But you know what else is a long-standing tradition? Fun. In addition to being rigorous, business school is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to have regular social opportunities, go to Strata for a cup of coffee, or go over to Triple Rock or the Hotel Durant. But let's be honest, you kind of got screwed on this front. After all, I'm giving a commencement speech in the middle of October to 2 graduating classes. But given the mix of classes represented today, I know that some of you have had an entire school year online, while others only a few months. No matter how the pandemic has impacted your time at Haas, it's impacted you. And none of you got the business school experience you were expecting. But this is why I think you will win out in the end. You got an excellent education and a crash course in working and collaborating during a very tenuous and uncertain time, which likely taught you very personal and practical lessons of the heart. I didn't learn these lessons until about 10 years after leaving Haas. I graduated in the middle of the first internet bubble, so opportunities abounded. I would go on to hold senior roles at Walmart.com and Pete's Coffee, as the dean said, and today I'm at Allbirds. I've always loved that early to high growth stage, a little bit of a glutton for punishment. And thanks to Haas, I have the foundational knowledge to do well and deepen my expertise there. Yet there was an aspect of business where learning in a classroom can take people only so far, and that's leadership. The greatest professors of leadership, and many teach at this very school, will expose you to a range of leadership philosophies. They'll guide you through case studies of failed and successful leadership, and they'll help you decide which leadership approach is right for you. But if you can't learn in practice how to lead with vulnerability and authenticity, your leadership knowledge will eventually prove no match for the raw humanity of leading. Eventually, every person in a leadership and management role is confronted with the reality that leadership without empathy and compassion is really not leadership at all. When I got out of Haas, I had not yet learned this lesson. It was at odds with how I was raised and how I saw myself. I had a black belt in putting my head down and getting work done. And when setbacks arose and disappointments came up, as they inevitably do, I would quickly transition my team towards solution. We'd push through whatever was in our way, and we would always deliver. But what I didn't do as well was to pause and check in with my team. I didn't create space or time for my team's emotional needs, or mine, quite frankly, because here's the thing I'm both ashamed to admit and relieved to state in the past tense, I'd not yet learned to even recognize my own emotional needs. I lived life on autopilot, focusing only on outcomes. If I wasn't going to allow myself to feel more difficult emotions, I certainly was not going to have patience as others sat in theirs. Strength was, I was taught, stealing oneself from feeling any emotions in the realm of struggle or pain, and instead just pushing them down and plowing through. I'd lived my life believing in this definition of strength until life forced me to wonder if I'd been taught wrong. Something I've learned is that eventually life will try to teach all of us that true strength only comes through vulnerability. For me, this lesson came through the earthquake of losing my husband, my father, and my mother in a span of few years. And when life brings hardship so monumental, it becomes impossible to run from our feelings. Yet as I've learned, something beautiful, something profound, something truly liberating can happen in these moments. They can crack our hearts open. And with an open heart, we approach every encounter from a place of humanity, vulnerability, fundamental respect, and compassion. Through losses so close together, I'd finally gotten the lesson in vulnerability I could no longer ignore. I was forced to question many aspects of my life, both personally and professionally, and I was finally able to see that my leadership and my parenting were too lopsided and too focused on output. I could disregard the inputs, those more humane and human considerations, no more. So I began to embrace the inherent paradoxes of life. I worked to find balance between opposing dualities like tenacity and compassion, confidence and humility, action and self-reflection, and empathizing and motivating. This work has been hard, but the payoff incredible. My professional relationships have gained an invaluable mix of safety and intimacy that has empowered those on my team to excel beyond my wildest dreams. In other words, I learned how to lead in real life, not just on paper. Yes, I got the much more typical Haas experience, replete with those foggy late-night nights at Triple Rock. I got the business school toolkit that comes with this exceptional foundation. And I got a great economy when I graduated, one without the strange uncertainty of a pandemic. But you got so much more. You got twice as many tools in your kit. The pandemic left you no choice but to confront your more difficult feelings and to verbalize them with your classmates and professors. You were forced to leapfrog to intimate conversations early on about the stress of being a student, an employee, a spouse, or partner while homeschooling kids, or about the pain of chronic isolation, having to struggle to retain hope and motivation when you were devoid of human interaction. You had no choice but to navigate the various emotional states of those in your cohort and still function together to complete projects and meet deadlines. And you managed to achieve so much in spite of these unusual circumstances. My friends, this is school learning plus life learning. This is the work of leaders. So much about life is learning to reframe our most challenging experiences to glean them for learning. The losses we endure offer an opportunity to sit with difficult feelings, to process them, and come out the other side, stronger for having given in to the vulnerability. Hardship can give way to tremendous personal growth, to a chance to build more resilience, to develop humility and learn to have compassion for ourselves and others. I have a feeling that you will look back on this time and see it for the incredible opportunity for growth that it was. I expect you will feel in complete awe of all that you have achieved against the backdrop of a pandemic and social unrest. And I suspect you might even be grateful for the exact business school experience you got. And that experience was academic learning alongside life learning, the head and the heart. In my career, the biggest derailer I've seen is when people can't transition from being that individual rock star to the generous leader who can bring out the best in others. For those of you who aspire to senior levels, this is a must in the world we inhabit today. And you've already come to understand this. You leave Haas already having learned truths about leadership that most of us had to wait years to encounter. You're already beginning to create your own leadership style, one that embraces dualities, that brings the heart along with the head. As you reignite your career after Haas, you do so ahead of the curve of past and future graduates. For what you lost in the traditional business school experience, you've gained in learning to bring your heart and humanity to your classmates, your work, your colleagues, and most especially, those you lead. In a moment where uncertainty continues to reign, I am truly comforted knowing that you all are our future leaders. You've demonstrated incredible resilience and have shown grace in the hardest moments. It's clear that you have fully embraced Haas' 4 core leadership principles. Congratulations, classes of 2020 and 2021. I wish you all the best. And remember, every setback, every tragedy, every heartbreak leaves its gifts, so long as you are willing to find and embrace them. Please hold this truth close as you set out to do great things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leila, for that really powerful and really moving speech. We really appreciate it. I would now like to acknowledge the graduates of the EWMBA classes of 2020 and 2021 who have earned the honor of being named Berkeley Haas Beyond Yourself Fellows. These students have completed 60 hours or more of community service while completing their MBA degrees. All Beyond Yourself Fellows are listed on our commencement website. Let's give them a round of applause. So now let us turn to our evening and weekend MBA class of 2020. You graduated during the pandemic, and I'm sure your personal and professional lives were turned upside down. I applaud you for managing through this uncertainty and leaning into the defining leadership principles to help you navigate this new reality. Many of you went beyond yourself with selfless acts of kindness. Others questioned the status quo and found new ways to thrive in uncertain times. All of you made us proud. We would now like to recognize the winners of the Class of 2020 Defining Leadership Principle Awards and the Berkeley Leader Award. Now, as I announce the recipients of the Defining Leadership Principle and Berkeley Leader Awards, will they please stand? And then I'll ask you to all hold your applause until I've read through all the names. So I'll start with Question the Status Quo. This award recipient champions bold ideas, takes intelligent risks, and accepts sensible failures. He speaks his mind even when it challenges convention. And that individual is Bruce Hillman. Here? Okay. Bruce asked pointed questions in class. He didn't water down his commentary to try to make more friends. He's looking to shake up Haas MBA financing by raising a 2020 EWMBA venture fund. Confidence without attitude. This award recipient makes decisions based on evidence and analysis and leads through trust and collaboration. And that individual is Jordan YY Oli. Is Jordan YY Oli here? No? Okay. So from day one of the program, Jordan was a clear leader. He's naturally magnetic, and he builds trust with others through his humility and empathy. Jordan served in the Air Force for 5 years, and he radiates confidence but never ego. Student always. This award recipient strives to engage with others in continuous pursuit of knowledge and growth. And that individual is Janice Shawn. Janice is constantly learning both in and outside of school, challenging herself to try new things. She's an amazing listener and friend who travels often, studies diligently, learns about others' cultures, and is always asking questions. Beyond yourself. This award recipient leads ethically and responsibly and often puts larger interests above her own. And that is Shannon Elliott. Shannon has made substantial contributions to the Haas community by serving on the EWMBA team, serving as social chair, and leading your class gift effort. Berkeley Leader. This award recipient demonstrates sharing our defining leadership principles, aspiring to live our principles and put them into practice. Sean Lee. I know Sean is here. Sean has created a community at Haas with the creation of the One Haas podcast that has grown to include here at Haas, featuring current Haas students. Congratulations to you all. It is my pleasure now to present the Class of 2020 Outstanding Academic Achievement Awards. The Academic Achievement Award is presented to the student or students with the highest GPA of the class. For the Class of 2020, we had a tie, both with a 3.974 GPA. They are Cody Cusick, and Jordan YY Oli. Congratulations, Cody and Jordan. Now we will hear from the graduating student who was selected by her classmates to represent the evening and weekend MBA class of 2020, Kat Clark. Kat. Kat has been very active, holding multiple VP positions both in the EWMBA Association and in the Haas Education Club. She's been a trusted leader with her classmates, going beyond herself as a conduit of information between the students and administration, something she still continues to do to this day. Kat?
I just want to take a moment to drink this in, so. We finally made it, we did it, we're here, woo! I'm grateful to be here with the class of 2020 and the class of 2021. Congratulations to you all. Way back when, during our first semester, we took microeconomics. Many of us had Professor Max Offermer, who at the end of the course gave us a list of key takeaways. These were the things he wanted us to remember years later if everything else became a hazy memory, as he put it. This one-page list included things like opportunity costs, where you should always weigh a choice you're making against what it is you're giving up, and how sunk costs don't matter. At the bottom of the page, he wrote a final note in italics. Economic efficiency is not the only thing that matters. Economics is a set of tools, not a set of values. Economics gives you tools to accomplish your goals in an efficient way. Use the tools to serve your goals and values. So we had just spent all this time learning about arbitrage and how to anticipate our rivals' responses, and our professor's last words to us were about serving our values. Too often, we feel that we work for a social impact organization or that we don't. That we either work for a nonprofit or for a benefit corporation, or we're just off the hook from social impact. But no matter where we work, we can always lead with our values. We always have that choice. Later in the program, many of us took negotiations with Professor Holly Turoff. She shared a slide early in the course on negotiation myths. These included the myth that negotiation always involves a winner and a loser. Also, that negotiation solves conflict. She would say that negotiation solves conflict, not that it involves conflict. She'd also say that experience is a good teacher is a myth of negotiation. It turns out experience is only a good teacher if you get feedback. The number one negotiation myth she called out is this, the myth that there must be a winner and a loser. Instead, she taught us how to find shared value in a negotiation, to focus on value creation. Essentially, if you feel you've lost in a negotiation with me, then we've both lost. In a best case scenario, it's a both and situation, not an either or. We stop arguing over how we'll split a tiny pie, and we go out and find a bigger pie. Expand the pie, she would say. The last experience I want to speak to is one we've shared that's a little less tangible. We experienced it at football games, and during our orientation skits, and at parties together, on trips, and at Raleigh's, and during our mid-program academic retreat. It's called collective effervescence, and it's been missing from our lives for the past couple of years. It's that feeling in those moments when we're with a group of people, and we know in our bones that we're part of something bigger. Like when we're dancing together and a Bollywood song comes on, and all of a sudden we're part of this glowing circle of people spinning and twirling and clapping. It's that magic feeling. Adam Grant wrote about collective effervescence earlier this year. He said, "You can feel depressed and anxious alone, but it's rare to laugh alone or to love alone. Joy shared is joy sustained." We can take the joy that we've shared here at Haas and use it to propel us forward. Our collective effervescence is more powerful than any roadblock we'll hit, in business or in life. Let's hold fast to our individual goals and values, but also to the value that we create together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kat. I love that. Collective effervescence. I have to practice that. We need more of that. Clearly, I need to practice more of it. Thank you. And now we turn to the evening and weekend MBA class of 2021. You have spent the second half of your MBA program studying remotely, working remotely, taking meetings by Zoom, and then studying remotely at night or over the weekend. It's not for the faint of heart, but you persevered and you made it work, showing the kind of confidence that doesn't require the attitude. You nourished your connections to your classmates, and you built a community that will serve you for a lifetime. Some of you went above and beyond even those tremendous challenges. Now we recognize these fearless leaders with our Defining Leadership Principle and Berkeley Leader Awards. So again, I'll ask those of you who are named to please stand, and if you could try to hold your applause until the end. I realize it didn't quite work the first time around. So, we'll start with the award for Question the Status Quo. The award for this Question the Status Quo goes to Elisa Ferrelli. Elisa made the school fit for her. She took her time to get the education she needed and wanted from Berkeley Haas. We're really proud of you, Elisa, for making the school work for yourself. Thank you. The next award goes for Confidence Without Attitude. The recipient for this award is Kate Hughes. Kate set an example of how to effectively manage competing priorities while still being a leader to her classmates. She served as VP of Incoming Student Experience, Alumni Relations, and also Class of the 2021 Gift Campaign. She was also the GSI in 2 courses, all while working full-time. The next award, Student Always. This award recipient strives to engage with others in continuous pursuit of knowledge and growth. This award goes to Lindsay Hull. Is Lindsay here? No. Okay. Lindsay not only founded a company to create a sustainable future for food delivery during her MBA, but she had to learn to pivot during the pandemic in order to make her vision come true. The next award is for Beyond Yourself. This award recipient leads ethically and responsibly and often puts larger interests above her own. This award goes to Kyle Cook. Kyle served in many roles in the EWMBA leadership, including on the executive board. He connected students to the faculty and the administration, and he provided numerous opportunities for students to help shape the future of Berkeley. The next award, Berkeley Leader. This award recipient demonstrates sharing our defining leadership principles, aspiring to live those principles and put them into practice. That award goes to Anna Lee. Anna has always carried herself with grace, and she truly lives all of our defining leadership principles out loud. She's been a leader and a model for her fellow students since her first year as a cohort rep, and she continues to be a voice among the student body and for those of us who are in the administrations. Now, congratulations to all our award winners. And now, the Academic Achievement Award for the student with the highest GPA of the class of 2021. This award goes to George Pradden. Is George here? No. Okay. George achieved a GPA, he's probably working away somewhere. He achieved a GPA of 3.936. Congratulations to George. Now we will hear from the graduating student speaker for the evening and weekend MBA class of 2021, Kate Hughes. Kate was chosen to be the student speaker by her classmates because she reflects the energy, the enthusiasm, and the leadership of this class. Kate.
All right, it's good to see everyone in person. You know, half your face at least. We made it. We have spent the last 3 years building our brands as Haas leaders. As we began our program, we branded ourselves Axe, Oski, Blue and Gold, Evening or Weekend, Poet or Quant. We were explorers, pivoters, or advancers, molding ourselves to become the next generation of impactful leaders. All powered by grit, a lot of coffee, or in my case, a lot of wine, and those delicious chocolate-covered almonds from the program office when Mark would let us have them. We've lived by a set of defining Haas principles that are unique to this group. We've embodied confidence without attitude. We've questioned the status quo, we've been students always, and we've gone beyond ourselves, all while pushing one another to grow in our own leadership identities. We began this journey each carrying a unique set of brands and labels influenced by our gender, our ethnicity, our families, and our lived experiences. These brands make up our identities, the core of who we are as individuals, who we'll be in the future, and how we'll tell our story to the world. And while we arrived here a very diverse group, we leave here today with one identity that we now all share. We are Haas graduates. We are MBAs. Many of you guys know me as someone who's been very hyper involved in this program, as my parents would probably say, probably to my own insanity. But I don't think a lot of people know that I never really thought I would be here to begin with. I didn't come from, an Ivy League education. I spent 5.5 years trying to finish undergrad in community college and state college. I didn't work for Apple or Google or one of the big four. I worked for a small firm that no one had ever heard of. And don't even get me started on how awful I did on the quant section of the GMAT. I wasn't all of the things that I thought a top 10 MBA candidate should be. So when by some miracle I ended up here, thanks to whoever in the admissions team thought that was a good idea, I definitely had like the little fish in the big pond syndrome going. But what I've come to find is that Haas leaders share a brand that is completely our own. In fact, I asked a lot of our students when I was writing this speech if they could describe a Haas leader in one word, and I heard over and over again, compassionate, grounded, empathetic, genuine, selfless, and humble. And those aren't usually the first words that someone uses when you think about a leader, or you try and describe it in one word. But they show just what makes the identity of a Haas MBA so distinctive. We've focused our higher education on tapping into both the heart and the mind of the leader. We've been allowed to embrace the idea that it's not just what we do that will determine how we're remembered, but how we make people feel. We've been pushed to lead with authenticity, harnessing our unique experiences and worldviews to foster a different way of creative thinking. And we formed these leadership identities under one of the craziest times ever, and we're emerging today more resilient, empathetic, and inspired than we've ever been before. And now we have an opportunity to leverage the privilege that is this MBA to make a profound impact on the future of those around us. In this moment, right here at graduation today, we have an opportunity to choose the brand of leader that we want to be moving forward. Leaders who are compassionate, authentic, and empowering. One of my mentors told me recently that you are more than you can even imagine, and you can overcome anything. As we step into this new chapter of our lives today, I challenge you to become more than you can even imagine. I challenge you to embrace everything we've learned here at Haas to create a new brand of leader, one who can make a profound positive impact at a time when our country and our planet need it the most. Now, this wouldn't be an MBA graduation if I didn't end my speech with some famous CEO quote. So I'll leave you with, Jeff Bezos said that your brand is what people say when you leave the room. So as we leave this room today, let's make sure that people say phenomenal things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kate. I think we should take a moment to applaud one more time all our speakers. So the moment that you have all been waiting for has arrived. We will now recognize the evening and weekend program candidates for the classes of 2020 and 2021 for the degree Master of Business Administration. Assisting me today will be Mark Gorenflow, Director of Academics for the evening and weekend program, and Professors Panos Patatoukas, Ganesh Iyer, and Rebecca Portnoy. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. Hi, you ready? Okay. Melody Lamphere. Upurva Padye. Nikita Das. Srigiri Raju. Ansi Dow. Mayank Agarwal. Sangen Cho. Murat Inanu. Diego Guerrero. Neha Kubal. Ming Peng. Queen Liu. Enrique Sierra. I don't know why that was funny. Leah Whistler. Fei Lee. Asta Vijay. Amy Yan. Kabilan Mahendran. Gavin Kipp. Charlene Chen. Brett Lee. Joshua Senek. Sunit Gupta. Rachel Wang. Sheetal Yelimeli. Carrie Collins. Meera Viswanathan. Anuja Verma. Marissa Borelli. Catherine McAdam. Ilya Klimanov. Andrew Verlumis. Tanmay Raghunath. Rishov Kumar. Paul Kim. Steve Lee. Darren Kalb. Andrea Schiller. Ruth Marcus. Brandon Young. Kelly Huang. Arthur Tong. Kevin Young. Akshay Parthasarathi. Sneh Shah. Henry Keaton. Catherine Thomas. Bharat Gautam. William Go. Charanya Venkataramani. Deepak Sahu. Xiao Meng Yang. Kevin Mao. Gloria Purkaritia. Guanjin Lin. Ashwin Murali. Harsh Shah. Andrew Kakoyeko. Winston Park. Aditya Kajla. Stephen Fung. Srinidhi Kondai. Hari Neelagandan. Nicholas Rodriguez. Elaine Yining Cheng. Cheryl Ho. Rahul Periyali. Anand Mani. Venkatesh Rao. Dipayan Chakraborty. Adarsh Upala. Thank you. Dilip Patel. Madhur Sashan. Alexander Yi. Kenny Louie. Dineshwar Mahant. Heron Ruhela. Corey Cunningham. Evan Cedar. Ryan RBA Adams. Anu Srivastava. Ana Simoes. Anki Rujan. Bradley Sherheim. Stephen Tyler Wang. Jeff Wang. Elena Christ. Prodipto Roy. Madison Munshi. Neha Ruikar. Bijal Shah. Arthika Kalathor. Marissa Lyman. Elise Fretz. Ada Johnson. Santosh Isale. Zubair Nizami. Neha Shah. Ashray Kapoor. Sean Woods. Fabio Mori. Rutvik Sheth. Andrew Price. Trevor Warren. Terrell Baptiste. Kevin Clifford. Matthew Chakowski. Charlene Wynn. Amanda Krantz. Tejus Inamdar. Justin Jeffers. Mark Parker. Avi Ramesh. Eric Kang. Grace Bergio. Andrew Prince. Michael Firestone. Sarah Carpin. Ted Tobacco. Julia Lee. Andrew Sweet. Urpan Saparkar. Sean Lin. Leo Wang. Deepti Reddy. Gautam Chaudhry. Aaron Solberg. Elaine Mao. Camille Cheong. Ribu Shaker. Sandeep Nagireddy. Robert Kelly. Christopher Johnson. Suzanne Curry. Cora Puliach. Sarah Franey. Crystal Cheng. Nikita Chowdhury. Alexander Weissman. Dongji Wang. Jack Cow. Mohit Wani. Daniela Zhang. Yu Hong Liu. Guangzhou. Aniket Pangxie. Dong Liu. Nima Sherpa. Hung Da Ma. Jason Kim. Benjamin Yu. Bryant Hales. Rory Stanton. Piotr Kula. Gianmarco Gaviglio. Aish Rajamani. Venkatesh Iyer. Ryan Colligan. Nick Craig. Saurabh Shah. Kyle Rains. John Yu. Leila Nazimi. Carolina Roller. Bessie Wang. Joe Castiglione. Philip Chen. Nadia Yacker. Nathan Hanna. David Daitang. Kyle Cook. Shannon Elliott. Cody Cusick. Elisa Farrelly. Janice Schoen. Kat Clark. Kate Hughes. Anna Lee. Sean Lee.
At this time, will all the candidates for the degree Berkeley Master of Business Administration from the evening and weekend programs please rise? By the virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University of California and the Chancellor of UC Berkeley, I grant you the degree Master of Business Administration. You may now switch your tassels to the left. Please be seated. It is now official. All of the graduates here have commenced a new lifelong relationship with the Haas School and Berkeley as alumni. We welcome you to this new distinction. Before I bring this ceremony to a close, I want to invite you all to join us for the commencement reception in the Haas courtyard. We are full of pride at your achievement today, and we eagerly anticipate your great accomplishments in the future. Congratulations, thank you for coming, and this commencement ceremony is concluded.